Annie was 15, Two-Face was 24 when they got together. And before you guys come and say that, oh no, they started off as friends, there's nothing that a 15-year-old and a 24-year-old would ever have in common that you would term that relationship as a friendship. It was predatory right from the beginning. But anyways, moving on, we watched over several decades how Two-Face single-handedly destroyed and turned Annie's life upside down, almost to the point of no return. I saw it, you saw it. You as a woman decided that you wanted to interject yourself in the situation. Not only did you inject yourself in the situation, but you continue to marry this person and procreate with this person who has a public track record of disrespecting, disregarding, and degrading women. Let's not even get into the details of what he did to his first wife.
Hey guys, hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure you guys have probably seen on social media that Two-Face, Idibia and Natasha are broken up. Nobody's surprised, it was just a matter of time. So if you don't know who Two-Face is, he's a famous African artist. He sang the song, what is it called? African Queen, which was, I guess, devoted to Annie. So Two-Face was married to Annie for a really long time, but it all went downhill and it left Annie depressed. It left her looking really bad and frail, and it left her just a hot mess. She was chasing him and trying to do everything to keep him, and pretty much at the end she left. And then later on she glowed up. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, look at Annie looking fabulous. Yes. So Two-Face is a womanizer. He's somebody that likes variety. He wants different things, okay, every single day, a different woman, okay? He says that he doesn't care about a woman's personality or whatever, as long as they got body and whatever, because he's obsessed with women, especially physically. So this is not a shock, because if Natasha had looked at the past, you know how they say if you look at your past, you can learn from it and do better? Literally, Annie was the blueprint of what she was gonna get. When you have a man that's not husband material, a man that is just a bad man, he's not a good dad, he's not respectful to people and all that stuff, that's what you're gonna get at all times. It doesn't matter what kind of woman you are. You know, sometimes people think that, oh, I'm this, I'm that, he's gonna change for me. No, he's not, because his character is already messed up. If he's a womanizer, if he's an abuser, he's not going to change because of you. Maybe he'll put on an act the first, couple months. Then he goes back into who he really is. So at the end of the day, as a woman, you're the one who has to look and be like, uh-oh, wait a minute. Typically, you can look at the past in this and know what you're going to get. So, for example, a lot of men that have been abusive are going to be abusive regardless of who they're with. So it might start out small and then they get into real, like where they're physically touching you. You know, it might start with emotional abuse, then they move on to physical. So whether you're the prettiest woman, whether you're Miss America, whether you're the smartest, it doesn't matter, because their character is flawed. And trying to chase after this kind of man and trying to change him and doing everything to keep him, you're just going to end up losing. As you can see now, Natasha is losing it. I mean, she's literally barging into a concert where it was or something like that and yelling like, I need my man, I want my man back, blah, blah, blah. And then people are looking at her like, are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? Like, she literally has spent so much time trying to chase after Two-Face. It's crazy. Like, you literally almost doing what Annie was doing. And hers even showed up way sooner. You know, Annie really loved him and Annie was doing everything to keep him. But at the end of the day, I think she realized, like, man, if anything, this is affecting my mental and physical health, I need to move on. So at times you have to do that as a woman. You literally have to pack up your bags and leave this type of man, because nothing is going to be different. And it just, if anything, it just starts making you be out, you know, act out of character. You know, I said, you know, if you have to look at your man's phone constantly, if you have to go hide in the bushes, if you have to start drinking, if you have to go literally fight side chicks, you are not with the right person and you're with the wrong guy. And that guy is going to put you in some things that you're not supposed to be involved in. So this is really an example of that. It was just a matter of time. And now people are like, okay, now you can go get, you know, Two-Face. Go get him. Go get your husband. The one that you were chasing after and you were showing off and talking about you're going to get married and have kids with him. Go chase him. Go get him. He is there. Because now he doesn't want her. He's moving on to the next thing, I'm sure. If he wasn't already having one. Because obviously he liked variety. So I'm sure he was other women at the time. He has a lot of money. A lot of women are chasing after him. You know what I mean? So as a woman, you really have to sometimes look at the man's past. If it's, for example, there was a lot of custody battles, you know, they had abused somebody, they had been the worst, you know, parent. Look at that sometimes, because he might tell you exactly what you're going to get. And karma is real. If you do somebody wrong in some way, it will come back to you. So the karma, all the stuff that he put Annie through, that's going to come back with him, because he's never going to settle. He's never going to really have that positive and good life, because he's done so many bad things, you know, and made a lot of women feel some kind of way. Like, he's moved around with so many different women that I'm sure have stories to tell. So that karma is coming. And to spend time, you know, there's a song by Keisha Cole that goes, it's not where it's at, it's where it wants to be. So you going around and chasing and saying, that's my man, I need my husband back, I need my husband, that's not going to change anything, because he doesn't want to be with you. Actually, he doesn't want to be with anybody. He wants to have different things every single day. And you should know that. So when she was parading and showing off, like she got Two-Face, and they're going to have this and do this, and kind of almost showing off to Annie, like, look, I got him. What do you have to say now, Natasha? Because you got him. How is life now? Is he peaceful? Because she was talking about at some point that Natasha was, I think Natasha, he was saying Natasha was peaceful and Natasha was this, or Natasha was saying the opposite of him, like, I'm his peace and I'm all this and all that. Nope, you are not. Because he's still the same man with a bad character. He's flawed. If anything, Two-Face really needs to just leave women alone and really start going to counseling and trying to figure out what the heck is going on with him. What trauma is he carrying that's causing him to just be up and down with so many different women? He has like, what, 9 kids now? It's like, what is the problem? You know, all the money in the world cannot fix a flawed person on the inside. And that's what he is. So at the end of the day, the lesson that I could tell you is, do not. If a man has shown you, and you've seen it with other women as well that he's been with, that he's problematic, that he is somebody that's just really has a bad character, don't jump in and go try to show off to the other woman that, oh, well, he got me, he's going to change for me. He's not, because that's not who he is. Do not show off and be like, I got him, because it's just a matter of time until you realize who he really is. It's only a matter of time. Well, if you already saw it with another woman, you would know. But I just thought it was funny when she was walking around like, almost like, oh, I'm with Two-Face now. Like, everybody move over. Where is he now? He doesn't want to be with you. And somebody said, I think that she faked a pregnancy or things like that. So I just was laughing. I'm like, nothing changed. He's still the same person. And here you go again. And you want to have kids with this person. Really? So at the end of the day, those are the lessons I could tell you guys. Like, when a man has shown over and over his character, you should stay away from them. You don't go and show off and tell the other woman, look, I got him. He's buying me this. Oh, we are married now. We got kids. Like, it's you're not going to have it any better. And somebody said at the end of the day, women have the same thing. You're not special, if you know what I mean. You're not special. You're just another one that he adds to the list. And he starts the whole BS again. So I just really thought that was a lesson I wanted to share with you guys. You know, as a woman, just be really careful about, you know, thinking that, oh, you got it better because he's going to treat you better and because somehow you're special in some way. You're not. You're not.